Good job.
How's it going, Minnesota Dirt? Today is April 19th, Saturday, the day we should be racing. But unfortunately, we got rained out tonight, and we got rained out yesterday. So we're just kind of hanging out in the shop, doing finishing up some tire prep. Samantha is painting, coloring, markers, crayons. I don't know what it is.
Acrylic markers.
Okay, acrylic markers. Gooser's is chilling. Rooster's chilling. We're all just pretty much chilling. All right. Here is finally night number 2 to Fountain City. It's kind of a short, sweet little video. So, and then after that, here we will do test and tune from Deer Creek from last weekend. Now that race season started going, let's get the vidges going again. Again, didn't really do much this winter for videos. Just kind of worked on the cars. Yeah, I already explained myself. We got one more video from last year, which probably I'll post next week since there's no racing this week. So there's a Cresco. Cresco, last race of the year last year for us. TJ and I decided to go down to Cresco. Was my dad with us? Yeah, my dad was with us. Yeah, we went down with Cody Rain. We went down to race Cresco. That was a blast. That'll be the next video. So, all right, enough talk. Get in the video. The Great Pumpkin Race, night 2, followed by Deer Creek Test and Tune 2025. Let's get it. How's it going, Minnesota Dirt? Hey, Saturday, September 28th, night number 2, Fall Festival. Pretty good run last night. I'm satisfied. We didn't have to do much to the car. Just had to nut and bolt check, fix the right rear quarter panel, and just finish up a little tire prep. But other than that, we are pretty much ready to go. It is very, very warm out today. And of course, now that I'm recording, I have an itch on the side of my nose now that it won't go away because I'm recording, you know, pretty standard. But cars are filing in. They're doing trick-or-treating today, so we got driver cards, stickers, candy. Last night there were sprint cars here. Tonight there's the Outlaw mini mods here tonight, but pits are pretty full. So didn't do too much, like I said. I made one little slight adjustment. Rather than that, car was really, really good last night. I really wish it would have been like week 2 or 3 right now in this car, because we're finally getting things figured out and starting to have some pretty decent runs with it. It's a little late now in the season though, but it's all right. Anything, TJ?
Hot today.
Yeah, it's a little hot. I mean, both wore black. That was a poor decision, but it's way nicer now because Mr. Waite's got here, and he's got a pretty good sized trailer, so we actually have shade over here now. So, well, we got some more trick-or-treaters coming, so better get them some candy, or we'll be the bad guys in town. We didn't give out any candy. So, all right, well, I think we'll check in probably before hot laps, but rather than that, we're just hanging out. So we'll check in with you guys later. When we forgot to tell you here before I had finished, we drew 60. So I'm not sure if that's going to be pretty good or pretty bad. One thing, I'm sure we've done it already, talked about before, but one thing about Mississippi Thunder Speedway here, this is like one of the prettiest racetracks you'll ever find. It's a very beautiful area. They call it the Thunder in the Valley because you're right off the Mississippi River. But look at this view. Like, what a racetrack. You get views like that from. Look at that, beautiful. It's out here in the woods pretty much, and so very beautiful out here. is it, Bowie? Is it slimy?
A little bit. Not too bad, but yeah, it's definitely slimy.
Didn't look like it was coming off very good.
All laps.
Didn't look like it was coming off very good.
We're just fine.
Okay, Billy says we're just fine, so we'll see. I guess we'll see what just fine is. See, Charlie's telling them the same thing.
Yeah, we're a little easy, but it's not laps. It's greasy, it's slimy. Stick it in there and you let it down and dump it in front of you and you wreck the whole front of your car. You know what?
So, all right, well, we'll see what happens. Ready to go? You look tired. Looks like we've been standing around for 2 hours.
And it was hot.
So what do you, heat 3?
Heat 3. Third row inside.
Third row inside. So, all right, well, we'll see you out there. These things are fun. If you don't care about track points, you just go, well, national points. Yeah, but yeah. All right, go get them. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Isn't that the way the cheerleaders sing it? All right, have fun.
to 3 was an absolute disaster. And then you lifted, and then it pushed up into the hill.
That was after I got 3 cars dug up underneath me as I'm wide open on the top.
I think you're turning too late. Everybody's turning a lot sooner than you are, and then it seems like you kind of like get on the throttle or something. I don't know if you subconsciously think you're not, but it looks
Wide
like you
open
are.
on the top. And
You
down
see-
on the bottom,
because
wide open.
You see yourself, you see the left rear come down.
Well, that's
and
when
then it comes back up.
That's when I'm hitting the chip. I am blasting on entry. That's hit the chip like 3-4 times before I enter.
Do we have a different gear?
No, but that's not. I don't think that's bad that I'm
If it's taking you off the bar, and
popping the chip.
if it's taking you off the bar and taking the steer out of the car, that's bad.
What I see, it looks like you're driving in too deep, and then you pitch it real hard, and then you end up coming down further than everybody. Where everybody else is, they're turning a little sooner, but they're not turning as much, and they just ride that quick. You turn too much, too late, and then you come a whole car a little too far down, and then you're kind of middle high. And you're not on the cushion at all. And then everybody just drives away from you.
They steamrolled me there.
Yeah, you did. But you still
That was a good recovery, though, once you got to the bottom and got those 2 back.
look like it.
No, I'm old enough.
But I think when it comes to the feature,
I'm free off.
All right, Billy, what's the plan? Whatever the plan is, stick to it.
Yeah. Well, some survival and also try to pass people.
Okay, we're running the top or the bottom?
The bottom.
The plan is around the bottom. Unless you have no other choice.
Or an 8th row inside.
Okay.
Yeah, top spirit here. Not comfortable. I don't like it. What? Why you shaking your head at me?
Huh?
Why you shaking your head at me?
The what?
Why are you shaking your head at me?
Nothing?
Just gonna send it.
All right, good luck. All right, I'm going after the feature. Good luck.
Minnesota Dirt. Welcome to the 2025 season. Got my racing bike. Know what that means? We go racing. It's a beautiful Saturday here in the great state of Minnesota. Boys are doing good. Goose man, what you doing? Wooster. Goose man's definitely gotten big. He's not a little boy anymore. He's getting to be about the same size as Rooster. They've tore the yard up pretty good. So we got a lot of work to do this summer to try to fix this after them already. All right, haven't done much filming, really any filming this winter, mainly because all I did was pretty much put a body on and clean suspension parts, and you guys have pretty much seen me do that already, and if it's not worth videotaping, I don't really videotape it. I would like this channel to have substance, something that you potentially learn something or find something interesting, and I don't believe most people find popping rivets interesting, so sorry, but that's what I did. Well, see the car for 2025. The 2025 USRA B-Mod. Big shout out thanks to Plainview of Napa for coming back on. Industrial Coatings for signing back on. Rossi Auto Body, Weir's Machine. Got a new one, Lee Rain Trucking. And our new one, Synergy. Minnesota Dirt. Do have a nice open spot here still, if anyone's interested. Passenger side looks the same. Kind of have a little spot open there. Balance Spade. National Fleet Graphics. Once again, rocking out the wrap for us. TJ, how was your winter?
Too short.
It did go fast, didn't it?
And it was really brown.
Yeah.
It really hurt my feelings.
Didn't really get much snow this year again, so that's a positive.
For some people. Me, I have 2 snowmobiles that sat in a shed now for 2 winters.
Time to sell it, buy a race car, eh, TJ?
Well, they're very possibly for sale at this point in time.
Yeah. So also this winter, I've been helping out some friends. Lee Rain Trucking. There's Cody and Colin Rain. They both have eco mods. And then our buddy Josh, he's got an eco mod as well. So I've been helping build 3 eco mods this winter as well. 4 eco mods, I guess technically.
Yeah.
Rain Boys now have 3 cars. They went from 1 last year to now having 3 this year. And then Josh still has his car from last year. So that's what's in my garage right now. So here's Cody's car. It's gonna be the Eco Mod here at Fountain City and Decorah. Cody volunteered to be the test subject to run an LS. So we've been scratching our heads, learning on how to put an LS in a car. Hasn't been the easiest of process. As you can see, the distributor's in the wrong spot, and there's all kinds of different things. Got a lot of stuff going on in the front. It's longer, so we had to push mid-plate back to try to fit a radiator in, which now if I push the engine back, I got to push the rear end back. So yeah, we got quite a bit of work to do on this project. If this car looks familiar, that's because it should. This is the 2014 Shaw that I put together for our good buddy Scott Simmons. Was that 2 winters ago?
I think so.
2 winters ago. Well, now it's back. Back in the shop, under the knife once again. So it's been a learning process. So yeah, today is Test and Tune at Deer Creek Speedway. And the beginning of today at Deer Creek is they're doing the Deer Creek Car Show. Instead of doing it at Clement Chevrolet like they usually do, it's going to be held at the racetrack today. And then after the car show, we go right into Test and Tune. little bit of a different layout, but I like it. I've always kind of thought the car show is a little too early in the season. You try to bust and get the car ready so you get it to the car show, and then it sits in the garage for 2 weeks and you wait for test and tune. I kind of like it now that I'm on camera, I'm gonna start yawning and doing all kind of my weird quirks. Kind of like that we're gonna do a car show first and then jump right into test and tune. So it gave us a couple extra weeks to get our lives figured out. But yeah, car's ready to go. We stayed up way too late last night scaling Colin's car and then scaling Cody's other car. Cody last year had a Skyrocket, 06 Skyrocket, so that was here last night getting rescaled after they did some work to it. So everyone should be ready to go. Josh's, we scaled his stuff about a week or two ago. So everyone's stuff is scaled, ready to rock. So it should be a lot of fun today at the creek, having 4 race cars there. So currently right now it's kind of hanging out, waiting for Big Nate to get here, and we'll load the car up and hit the old dusty trail again back to Deer Creek Speedway. So yeah, we will check in at the creek. Well, starting to get cars fired up here. We're at Deer Creek, test and tune. Dad's got the GoPro all put on. Been hanging out. They kind of did a little car show in the pit area. Pretty much just everyone got here a little early, unload and hang out. And they let people come in the pits though, pit pass to come check out cars, and then they cleared the pits. And yeah, that's necessarily sums that up. But it is cold. It is windy. It's warm, beautiful at the beginning, and now it's overcast skies and cold, windy. But yeah, back here at the old stomping grounds. A heck of a crew right there. Assembled the best of the best. Nate, TJ, best of the best. Well, we're gonna keep hanging out until they start calling up cars, and we'll probably go out right away. Usually it's pretty quiet right away, so we'll go out there, be by ourselves for a little bit, and then we'll, yeah, go from there. So, all right, well, let's get in the car.
say, Billy?
Car was good. Hey, where'd you find that at? I thought that was in my truck. Car was good. We were just hitting the chip way too early. Oh, a little too early. And just kind of feel like it was leaned over in the right rear too much. So nothing crazy. Just a couple rounds here, a couple turns there, and change the gear quick. And I'll put tires back on and go try it again.
All right, sounds good.
Well, Sunday, day after test and tune. Test and tune went pretty good. Happy. Car was stable, fast. TJ, what'd you think of test and tune?
Car looked really good. He looked fast. And he looked smooth.
Yeah, no, car was really smooth. Pretty happy. Good place to start this year. So it was a success. The new motor ran great. Nothing broke. And most importantly, Miss TJ, nothing fell off.
Exactly.
So that's a success. It is currently cold and rainy here. It's pretty rainy and gross. Goose says I ain't going out there. Rooster says I ain't going out there. And then, but Sammy's mom is here. Her two boys. We got Kojet. He's like, I'm good. And then you got Fred. And Fred says, I'm good too. So we'll let them two hang out there in the rain, I guess. These two were like, nah, that ain't for us, bub. We'll chill here. So, all right, boys, we have fun out there, I guess. You can coming in, or are you just gonna chill? All right, they like the rain, so they'll chill. TJ and I, and these two don't like the rain, so we'll hang out in here. So I think the goal is now, I got 4 tires that need to get grooved and psyched. I'm about to wash this thing up on a better day. We'll get tires prepped, nut and bolt check, get the car washed. And I'm not sure what the plan is. For sure, we'll be racing Saturday at Deer Creek. But we might go race Fountain City Friday opener. Do Friday and Saturday. We'll see. Well, I'm gonna groove some tires. All right, well, that's gonna wrap up this monster of a video. The old 2-parter. Thank you for watching very much. Hopefully next weekend we can get racing. Sammy, keep on coloring. Thanks for doing what you do. TJ, thank you. Jenny, thank you. Miss O'Dirt, thank you. Oh, JT Wasman was in the shop the other day, and he tagged the car for me. Since I didn't put Billy the Kid across the bottom, JT fixed that for us. So thank you, JT. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.